If you're over 60 and you've been told that building muscle means buying pricey protein powders, specialty shakes, or premium cuts of meat, let me stop you right there. As a doctor who works closely with older adults, I can tell you that belief has cost seniors far more money than it ever needed to. And worse, it's discouraged many people from even trying to stay strong. Here's the truth most supplement companies won't tell you: after the age of 50, the human body naturally begins to lose muscle at a rate of about 1 to 2% every single year. By the time someone reaches their late 70s or early 80s, that can add up to a loss of nearly 1/3 of their original muscle strength. That decline doesn't just affect appearance, it directly impacts balance, walking speed, grip strength, and independence. At the same time, protein prices keep rising. Walk into any nutrition store and you'll see shelves packed with powders, bars, and senior formulas, costing $150 to $300 per month. The message is clear: spend more, or get weaker, but that message is wrong. Over the past several years, I've studied why some older adults remain strong, mobile, and independent well into their later decades, while others struggle with fatigue, weakness, and frequent falls. And what I found surprised even me. The strongest seniors weren't the ones spending the most money. In fact, many of them were spending less. The difference wasn't discipline, genetics, or fancy supplements. It was protein quality and usability, not price. As we age, our muscles become less efficient at using protein, a process known as anabolic resistance. That means simply eating more protein isn't enough. What matters is choosing protein sources your body can actually absorb and use effectively. And many of the best options aren't advertised at all. They're quietly sitting on the lowest shelves of your grocery store. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 affordable, protein-rich foods, each costing under $3 per serving, ranked from helpful to absolutely essential. I'll explain why these foods outperform expensive alternatives, how much usable protein they really provide, and how to prepare them in ways that support muscle growth, especially for older bodies. And here's what usually shocks people the most: the Number 1 muscle building food on this list costs less than 50 cents per serving, yet provides more usable protein than supplements that cost 20 times as much. No powders. No gimmicks. Just real food your body recognizes and responds to. You don't need a luxury budget to protect your strength. You need the right information. In the next section, we'll start with number 7, a food many people avoid, but one that research shows can dramatically slow muscle loss, reduce inflammation, and support strength in older adults when eaten consistently. Let's start with number 7 on the list, a food many seniors wrinkle their nose at, yet one that quietly delivers some of the strongest muscle protective benefits available on a tight budget: sardines. I know, just hearing the word makes some people uncomfortable. But if you're over 60 and serious about maintaining strength without overspending, sardines deserve your attention. A single can of sardines provides roughly 23 grams of complete, high-quality protein and usually costs around $1 to $1.50. That alone makes them a bargain. But protein quantity isn't what makes sardines special. It's the type of protein, and what comes with it. Sardines contain all 9 essential amino acids your muscles need to repair and rebuild tissue. That matters more as we age because our muscles become more selective about which amino acids they respond to. In addition, sardines are naturally rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which play a crucial role in reducing inflammation. Why does that matter for muscle? As we get older, chronic low-grade inflammation becomes one of the biggest drivers of muscle breakdown. Even when protein intake is adequate, inflammation can quietly destroy muscle tissue faster than the body can rebuild it. Omega-3 fats help slow this process, creating an environment where muscle can actually be preserved. In long-term studies following older adults over several years, those who regularly ate small fatty fish like sardines lost significantly less muscle mass than those who ate fish only occasionally. Even more impressive, they maintained better grip strength and walking speed, 2 markers strongly linked to independence and fall prevention. Another overlooked benefit of sardines is their edible bones. These soft bones are rich in calcium and phosphorus, which support bone strength. Strong bones are essential for strong muscles, especially in seniors, because muscle contractions rely on a stable skeletal foundation. From a practical standpoint, sardines are also incredibly convenient. They have a long shelf life, require no cooking, and are ready to eat straight from the can. Unlike fresh fish, there's no worry about spoilage, freezer space, or preparation time. You can stock up when they're on sale and always have a reliable protein source available. If flavor is a concern, preparation makes all the difference. Mash sardines with avocado and lemon juice for a mild spread. Add them to pasta salads, mix them into scrambled eggs, or pair them with whole grain crackers and herbs. Many people who think they dislike sardines simply haven't tried them prepared properly. Even eating sardines once or twice a week can provide meaningful support for muscle preservation, especially when combined with regular movement or light resistance exercise. And remember, you're getting the same quality protein you'd find in expensive salmon at a fraction of the cost. Next, we'll move to food number 6. A protein source many people think is outdated, but research shows it's one of the best options for aging muscles, especially overnight. Now let's move to number 6. A food many people associate with old diets or bland meals, yet for adults over 60, it may be one of the most powerful and affordable muscle-building tools available. Cottage cheese. 1 cup of cottage cheese provides roughly 24 grams of protein, and a standard 16-ounce container usually costs about $2 to $3. That makes it one of the lowest-cost protein sources you can buy. But once again, it's not just about how much protein you get, it's about how your aging muscles use it. What sets cottage cheese apart is its high content of casein protein. Casein digests very slowly, releasing amino acids into the bloodstream over several hours. This slow release is especially important for seniors because aging muscles don't respond well to short bursts of protein. They need a steady supply. Think of it like watering a plant. Pouring all the water at once doesn't help if most of it runs off. A slow, consistent drip keeps the soil nourished. Casein works the same way for muscle tissue. Research has shown that older adults who consume casein protein experience better muscle repair and growth compared to those who rely only on fast-digesting proteins. In one well-known study, seniors who ate casein before bed saw measurable improvements in muscle strength and mass over time, even without intense exercise. Nighttime is when the body naturally repairs tissue, and casein supports that process beautifully. There's also the issue of anabolic resistance, which increases with age. This is when muscles become less responsive to protein signals. Casein helps overcome this by providing prolonged amino acid exposure, reducing waste and improving muscle retention. From a cost perspective, cottage cheese is hard to beat. A single container can provide close to 100 grams of usable protein, often costing less than a single protein bar, yet delivering 5 times more protein. Cottage cheese also supports bone health, thanks to its calcium content. Muscle and bone health are tightly connected. Weak bones limit movement, and reduced movement accelerates muscle loss. Supporting both at the same time is critical for long-term independence. 1 important tip: choose full-fat cottage cheese when possible. The natural fats help slow digestion further, improve satiety, and support the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D, which plays a direct role in muscle function. Low-fat versions remove these benefits and often contain additives to improve texture. If taste is a concern, cottage cheese is extremely versatile. Blend it into smoothies for a creamy texture. Mix it with berries for a protein-rich snack. Use it in savory dishes with herbs and vegetables. Or substitute it for ricotta in cooked meals. For many seniors, having cottage cheese in the evening is one of the simplest ways to support overnight muscle repair without expensive supplements. Next, we'll move to food number 5. A plant-based option that supports muscle, energy, and digestion, all at a surprisingly low cost. Now let's talk about number 5, a food that's often overlooked in conversations about muscle, yet plays a powerful role in strength, energy, and overall health for adults over 60. Lentils. At first glance, lentils don't look like a muscle-building food. But when you understand how aging muscles work, their value becomes very clear. 1 cooked cup of lentils provides around 18 grams of protein, and dry lentils typically cost well under $2 per pound, making them one of the most affordable protein sources available. What makes lentils special isn't just their protein content, it's the combination of nutrients that support muscle function and recovery. As we age, many adults develop mild deficiencies in iron and B vitamins without realizing it. These deficiencies don't always show up immediately in blood tests, but they can cause fatigue, weakness, and reduced endurance long before more obvious symptoms appear. Lentils are rich in iron, folate, and B vitamins, all of which are essential for delivering oxygen to muscles and supporting energy production. Iron is particularly important. Even slight iron deficiency can reduce muscle strength and stamina, making everyday activities feel exhausting. Lentils help correct this quietly and effectively, especially for seniors who eat less red meat. Lentils also contain leucine, the key amino acid that triggers muscle protein synthesis. While lentils are not a complete protein on their own, when eaten across the day alongside grains, nuts, or small amounts of animal protein, they contribute all the essential amino acids your muscles need. Another major advantage is their anti-inflammatory and gut-supporting properties. Chronic inflammation accelerates muscle loss with age, and lentils contain plant compounds that help reduce this inflammatory burden. Their high fiber content also feeds healthy gut bacteria, improving nutrient absorption, which is critical for seniors. Since poor digestion can limit how much protein the body actually uses, studies following older adults have found that those who regularly consume legumes like lentils maintain better muscle mass and physical function over time compared to those who rely solely on animal-based protein. Researchers believe this is due to the combined effects of fiber, antioxidants, and plant-based nutrients that create a muscle-friendly internal environment. From a practical standpoint, lentils are easy to prepare. They cook faster than most beans and don't require soaking. Red lentils cook in about 20 minutes and break down into a soft, creamy texture, ideal for those with chewing or dental concerns. Green and brown lentils hold their shape better and work well in salads, soups, and grain bowls. For best results, cook lentils with anti-inflammatory spices like garlic, turmeric, and ginger. This not only improves flavor, but also enhances digestion and muscle supporting benefits. A single pound of dry lentils provides multiple servings of high-quality nutrition at just a few cents per serving, proof that muscle support doesn't require expensive foods. Next, we'll move to food number 4, one of the most convenient and protein-dense options for seniors who want maximum muscle benefit with minimal effort. Let's move on to number 4. One of the most reliable and affordable protein sources available for adults over 60. Canned tuna, for about $1 per can. Tuna delivers roughly 22 grams of high-quality protein, making it one of the best cost-to-protein ratios in the grocery store. But what truly makes tuna valuable for seniors isn't just the price, it's how efficiently the body can use it. As we age, digestion and protein absorption naturally become less efficient. That means some protein sources, even expensive ones, don't get fully utilized. Tuna stands out because its protein is highly bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb and use a very high percentage of it. Tuna contains all 9 essential amino acids in ratios ideal for muscle protein synthesis. It's also naturally low in fat and calories, which is helpful for seniors who want to build lean muscle without gaining unnecessary body fat. Excess body fat can increase inflammation and interfere with hormones involved in muscle maintenance. So lean protein plays an important role in healthy aging. Research involving older adults has shown that fish-based proteins like tuna are absorbed at rates exceeding 90%, even in individuals over the age of 70. That's significant, because it means less protein is wasted, and every gram you eat actually contributes to muscle repair. From a budget standpoint, tuna easily outperforms protein powders and bars. When you break it down by cost per gram of protein, canned tuna often costs 1/4 of what supplements do, without added sweeteners, fillers, or artificial ingredients. Choosing the right type matters. Chunk-light tuna packed in water is typically the most affordable option and lower in mercury. Albacore tuna has a firmer texture and slightly higher protein content, but should be eaten less frequently due to higher mercury levels. For most seniors, rotating tuna with other low-mercury fish like sardines and salmon provides excellent muscle support while staying within safe intake guidelines. Tuna is also incredibly easy to use. You can eat it straight from the can with whole grain crackers, mix it into salads, combine it with eggs to make protein-rich patties, or add it to vegetable dishes for a complete meal. Because it requires no cooking, it's ideal for days when energy or mobility is limited. Another benefit of tuna is consistency. Keeping a few cans in your pantry ensures you always have a reliable protein source available, which helps prevent missed meals. A common cause of muscle loss in older adults, even eating tuna 2 or 3 times per week can significantly support muscle maintenance when paired with regular movement. Next, we'll move to food number 3, a familiar item that many seniors underestimate, yet research shows it may be one of the most efficient muscle-building foods available at any age. Now let's talk about number 3, a food so common that many seniors completely underestimate its power. Eggs. A single whole egg provides about 6 grams of complete, high-quality protein, and a dozen eggs usually costs around $2 to $3. That works out to roughly 20 cents per egg, making eggs one of the most cost-effective muscle-building foods available at any age, especially after 60. What makes eggs exceptional isn't just their affordability, it's the quality of their protein. Eggs have one of the highest protein quality scores of any whole food, meaning your body can use nearly all of the protein they contain. This matters tremendously for older adults, because protein absorption efficiency declines with age. But here's something many people don't realize: nearly half of an egg's protein, along with critical nutrients like leucine, vitamin D, and choline, is found in the yolk, not the white. For years, seniors were told to avoid egg yolks. But modern research has largely debunked that fear for most people. In fact, studies have shown that eating whole eggs leads to significantly greater muscle protein synthesis than eating egg whites alone. The nutrients in the yolk enhance the body's ability to use the protein in the whites, creating a synergy that isolated proteins simply can't replicate. Leucine, the amino acid that triggers muscle growth, is especially important for aging muscles that are resistant to protein signals. Eggs deliver leucine in a form your body recognizes immediately. Eggs are also one of the few natural food sources of vitamin D, a nutrient directly linked to muscle strength, balance, and fall prevention. Seniors with adequate vitamin D levels consistently demonstrate better muscle performance and lower fall risk. Unlike supplements, the vitamin D in eggs comes naturally paired with healthy fats, improving absorption. From a practical perspective, eggs are incredibly versatile. They're easy to prepare, gentle on digestion, and adaptable to nearly any meal. You can scramble them with vegetables, make omelets, boil them for snacks, poach them over whole grain toast, or combine them with legumes for a complete protein profile. A dozen eggs provide over 70 grams of high-quality protein at a cost of just a few dollars, less than many single-serving protein products marketed to seniors. Eggs also support brain health through their choline content, which helps maintain the mind-muscle connection needed for coordination, balance, and daily movement. This becomes increasingly important as we age, unless your doctor has advised otherwise. Including whole eggs regularly in your diet is one of the simplest and most effective ways to support muscle strength on a budget. Next, we'll move to food number 2, a creamy, versatile option that delivers both fast and slow-digesting protein, making it ideal for seniors who want continuous muscle support throughout the day. Now let's move to number 2. A food that quietly outperforms many supplements when it comes to supporting muscle in older adults: Greek yogurt. 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt provides roughly 20 grams of high-quality protein, and a large 32-ounce container typically costs $4 to $5, making each serving well under $1. That's an exceptional value, especially considering how effectively aging muscles respond to this type of protein. What makes Greek yogurt unique is its dual protein composition. It naturally contains both whey protein, which digests quickly, and casein protein, which digests slowly. This combination provides immediate amino acids for muscle repair and a steady release over several hours, exactly what older muscles need. Fast digesting whey helps trigger muscle protein synthesis shortly after eating, while slow digesting casein continues feeding muscles long after. For seniors dealing with anabolic resistance, this extended support is extremely valuable. Greek yogurt also offers something most protein powders lack: probiotics. A healthy gut plays a major role in how well your body absorbs nutrients, including protein. As we age, gut health often declines, leading to poorer absorption and increased inflammation. Probiotics help restore balance, allowing the body to make better use of the protein you consume. Research involving older adults has shown that seniors who regularly consume Greek yogurt maintain more muscle mass and better physical function than those who eat little or none. Improvements in walking speed and leg strength have been observed after just a few months of consistent intake. From a calcium standpoint, Greek yogurt also supports bone health, which is inseparable from muscle strength. Muscles can only function properly when bones are strong enough to support movement. The calcium and vitamin content in Greek yogurt help preserve that foundation. For best results, choose plain, full-fat Greek yogurt. Avoid flavored varieties, which often contain added sugars that increase inflammation and undermine muscle health. The natural fats in full-fat yogurt improve satiety and support absorption of fat-soluble vitamins important for muscle function. Greek yogurt is also incredibly versatile. You can eat it with berries and nuts, blend it into smoothies, use it as a replacement for sour cream, mix it into savory sauces, or even use it as a marinade for meats. This makes it easy to include protein at multiple meals without getting bored. A single container can provide over 150 grams of usable protein at just a few cents per gram, rivaling the cheapest protein supplements on the market. Without the additives. Next, we'll reach food number 1, the most affordable, most overlooked muscle-building food on this list, and the one that delivers the greatest return for your money. Now we've reached number 1, the most affordable, most underestimated muscle-building food available to adults over 60. Dried beans, for roughly $1 to $2 per pound. Dried beans provide multiple servings of protein at a cost of just a few cents per serving. When you break it down, beans deliver protein at less than 1 cent per gram, making them the best value muscle food on this entire list. But beans earn the top spot. Not just because they're cheap, they earn it because of what they do. Inside an aging body, each cooked cup of beans contains about 15 grams of protein, along with complex carbohydrates that provide steady energy, fiber that supports digestion, and essential minerals like potassium, magnesium, and iron that muscles depend on to contract, recover, and function properly. One of the biggest drivers of muscle loss with age is chronic low-grade inflammation. Beans are rich in plant compounds called polyphenol, which help reduce this inflammation. When inflammation is lower, muscles are better able to maintain and rebuild tissue. Even with moderate protein intake, the fiber in beans also plays a major role in gut health. Healthy gut bacteria improve nutrient absorption and reduce systemic inflammation. For seniors, this can mean the difference between eating enough protein and actually using it. Long-term studies tracking older adults have found that those who eat beans regularly maintain better muscle mass, have improved balance, experience fewer falls, and remain more independent than those who rarely eat them. Researchers consistently link these benefits to beans' unique combination of protein, fiber, and anti-inflammatory compounds. While beans are not a complete protein on their own, your body naturally combines amino acids from different foods eaten throughout the day. Pairing beans with grains, nuts, eggs, dairy, or small amounts of meat ensures your muscles receive everything they need, without requiring expensive or complicated meals. Different beans offer different benefits. Black beans are rich in antioxidants. Kidney beans support red blood cell production. Navy beans are high in fiber and potassium. Chickpeas provide more protein per cup than most varieties. Beans are also incredibly versatile. You can cook them in bulk and freeze portions for convenience. Use them in soups, stews, salads, grain bowls, spreads, or as a simple side dish. A slow cooker or pressure cooker makes preparation easy, even for those with limited energy or mobility. 1 pound of dried beans contains more protein than multiple protein bars combined, at a fraction of the cost. That's why beans outperform supplements when it comes to long-term muscle support for seniors. Premium diets and costly powders are not necessary to stay strong. Some of the most effective muscle-building foods are sitting quietly in the budget aisle of your grocery store. In the final section, I'll show you how to put these foods together, how often to eat them, and how to build muscle consistently without overspending, while protecting your independence. Now that you've seen all 7 of these affordable, muscle-supporting foods, the most important question becomes this: how do you actually use them, consistently, to protect your strength after 60? The answer is simpler than most people expect. Muscle isn't built through perfection. It's built through regular exposure to usable protein, combined with light movement and consistency. You don't need every food on this list every day. In fact, trying to do too much often leads to burnout and giving up. Instead, start small. Choose 2 or 3 foods from this list this week. For example, have Greek yogurt with berries for breakfast, eggs or beans for lunch, and tuna or sardines a few times per week. Even these small changes can dramatically improve protein intake without increasing your grocery bill. One of the biggest mistakes seniors make is skipping protein earlier in the day. Muscles respond best when protein is spaced evenly. Aim to include a protein source at every meal, even if the portion is modest. This steady supply helps overcome anabolic resistance and reduces muscle breakdown. Another key factor is preparation. Cooking in bulk removes barriers. Prepare a pot of beans once per week and freeze portions. Keep canned tuna and sardines on hand for days when cooking feels difficult. Hard-boil eggs for quick snacks. These strategies prevent missed meals, a common cause of muscle loss in older adults. Let's also talk about spending. Track how much you currently spend on protein powders, bars, or specialty products. Many seniors are surprised to discover they're spending hundreds of dollars each year on items that provide less usable protein than real food. Redirecting even a portion of that money toward these whole food options often leads to better strength, better digestion, and better energy. Consistency matters more than intensity. Eating protein regularly supports muscle repair even without heavy exercise. When combined with walking, light resistance bands, or bodyweight movements, the benefits multiply. Most importantly, remember why this matters: muscle supports balance. Muscle prevents falls. Muscle protects independence. Strong muscles make daily activities easier: standing up, carrying groceries, climbing stairs, and living without constant fatigue or fear of falling. It does not take expensive supplements or complicated diets to stay strong as you age. It takes the right foods, used consistently. Start this week. Choose one meal to improve. Stock your pantry with affordable proteins. Give your body what it needs, and it will respond. Even later in life. If this information could help someone you care about, share it with them. And if you want more evidence-based guidance on healthy aging without overspending, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll see you in the next video.